In the annals of criminal history, few cases have captivated the public's imagination quite like that of the Zodiac Killer. Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the mysteries surrounding this enigmatic figure and the chilling legacy he left behind.
Greetings, fellow detectives of the unknown. Today, we're diving deep into the gruesome acts perpetrated by the elusive Zodiac Killer and the tragic fates of his victims. But first, let's set the stage. The Zodiac Killer terrorized the San Francisco Bay Area in the late 1960s and early 1970s, taunting law enforcement with cryptic letters and ciphers. But behind the cryptograms and the mystique lies a series of brutal attacks that claimed the lives of innocent victims. Our journey begins with the victims themselves, individuals whose lives were tragically cut short by the hands of this remorseless killer. Among the confirmed victims were Victim 1, Victim 2, and Victim 3, each targeted seemingly at random. From lovers' lanes to quiet suburban streets, no one was safe from the Zodiac's reign of terror. The Zodiac Killer's choice of victims was strategic. He targeted young couples, often in secluded areas, creating an aura of fear and paranoia that gripped the entire community. What's truly chilling is the sheer brutality of the attacks. The Zodiac didn't just kill his victims, he inflicted unimaginable pain and suffering. But the Zodiac's reign of terror didn't end with his victims' deaths. He reveled in the notoriety, sending taunting letters to newspapers and police, boasting of his crimes and daring authorities to catch him. Despite numerous suspects and countless theories, the identity of the Zodiac Killer remains a mystery to this day. But one thing is certain, the scars left by his heinous acts continue to haunt the collective consciousness. Arguably his most infamous attack was that of Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard in 1969. Adorned in a hood that concealed his face and bore his circle and cross symbol, he approached the pair in their car, bound them, and then stabbed them repeatedly. Shepard died of her wounds, while Hartnell survived to give his account of the event. After committing the murder/attempted murder, the killer then left a message on the door of Hartnell's car that listed the dates of his previous crimes. The Zodiac Killer was notorious for leaving all manner of clues for police and the media. These ranged from straightforward details of his crimes to plans to construct bombs, to bizarre ramblings. The main source of intrigue in popular culture is the killer's 340 cipher, one of several symbol-laden letters he left to be decoded. This one stood out in the public imagination as it was not decoded until 2020. Conversely, he seldom left any trace of himself, with none of his scarce fingerprints and DNA leading to anything so far. It obviously served him no practical benefit to write his message on Hartnell's car, as this was time he could have spent escaping. Nor was it his most flagrant contact with the police, as he called them via a payphone a few months prior. Yet he did it, evidently, because he could. Even after the murders stopped, he continued to send ominous threats, likely for the purpose of reminding police and the public that he was still out there. While far more quiet killers have been caught in recent years, such as the Golden State Killer in 2018, there is no guarantee the Zodiac Killer will similarly be brought to justice. Even after the Zodiac's killing spree had apparently come to an end, the police and media found themselves on the receiving end of an ongoing campaign by the killer to keep himself in the papers, threatening more murders, including an attack on a school bus, which led to heightened security throughout the area, and numerous curfews, unless his bizarre messages were printed in local newspapers. Though the Zodiac occasionally claimed responsibility for other murders, none were officially linked to him, and in 1971 he went silent. The trail went cold, and the killer was assumed to have ceased being active. However, he resurfaced once again in 1974, with a taunting letter that included a postscript claiming his number of victims was now significantly higher, according to. As we reflect on the lives lost and the families shattered by the Zodiac Killer, let us honor their memory by never forgetting the victims and continuing the search for justice. Until next time, stay vigilant, and may the truth one day be revealed.